Okay, I don't know if I was ready. I was kind of nervous before I started this. It's gonna be okay. We are doing, okay. We are doing all signs. Oh, no, don't go put that there. Where do I put it? Should I put it on? No, don't put it on. Just stop. Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay, so we're going to be doing all nakshatras. I'm going to be doing my best to do all of them. There is 27 of them, so they're going to go kind of quickly. If you don't know about the lunar mansions or the nakshatras, it is the constellations or the sections of the sky in Vedic or sidereal astrology. They use the nakshatras. In Hellenistic astrology, I believe they use, ooh, this phone is about to die, it's at 1%. Okay. Sorry, hold on. It died, damn it. Okay, shoot, okay. So in Hellenistic astrology, they use the lunar mansions, which is like, I believe it's like Arabic lots or something like that. Yes, so we're going to be doing that. We'll be going into what each of the nakshatras mean, just a brief example of them. Okay, I got this yesterday. It's the same exact cup or chalice that was on the that's on the Queen of Cups card. It's very interesting. I got it from Goodwill for $12.99. It's crazy. Look at the inside of it. That's nuts, right? Okay, so I got that yesterday. Very fun. I need to put it somewhere because I don't know. Where do I put it? I don't know. Hold on. I'll put it here. Okay, we're good. Hold on. I have to grab one more thing. Okay, get all the way down. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Sorry, I'm here. I'm having a little bit of anxiety, not too much, just a little bit. Okay, hola. Hello. This looks nice. Oh, thank you. It's white in here. Let's see. I can show you guys. I think it's just white. I painted the rest of it white, so it's just. I got my Aquarius pot, my Queen of Cups. I got my Tower, All Seeing Eye, and then that's like whoa. The wait, where are we at? That's the moon. Anyways, then my little lights, and then the closet doors. It was so crazy. Yesterday there was like this ginormous rainbow when I was walking to the store. And like everyone in the parking lot was taking pictures of it, and it was literally like connected. It looked like the other side of the rainbow was connected like to my to the condo. It was crazy. Hi, how are you doing? You comment so much on my stuff, Creatrix. I really appreciate that. It means so much to me. I was looking at my analytics today, and you do a lot. I really appreciate that more than you know. Okay, so we're doing nakshatra. We're doing nakshatras today. I got this Gemini candle from Goodwill, so we're with that. I have a Pisces one too, but I don't know what happened to it. I think it fell underneath here. Did it? Yes. I got it from Goodwill. It was $1.99. So, I got that. I got this for the, what's it called? It says pine on it. For the new moon, is it new moon? I think it's the new moon, like the eclipse we're gonna have, which is directly on top of my Venus. So that's kind of scary. Okay, so relax. I haven't done the nakshatras in a while. We're gonna start with Kritika. So Kritika nakshatra is going to be represented by the breath, and in a like, they say that it starts like in between Aries and Taurus. But just throughout my personal studies of the nakshatras, I believe that everyone's ascendant is in Kritika. And I think that that represents the time that you are born, right? Because it's the breath, which would represent your mother's vagina, which is Barney, would be directly in the 12th house. So it's the breath. I believe that everyone has the same ascendant nakshatra. And I believe it's like a wheel opposite or like a separate wheel within the zodiac signs. So if your ascendant, say you have a 10-degree Gemini ascendant, naturally that would be, my voice is shaking, I don't know why. Naturally that would be Mrigashirsha, which is in between Taurus and Gemini. But I think Mrigashirsha comes right after Kritika, actually. I'm not sure, I haven't done this in a while. Okay. I need this phone to charge because I need it. Okay, it's not plugged in. Oh my gosh. Annoying. Okay. It says Judgment Day underneath that. Whoa. I actually did a reading earlier and it was really crazy. We got Project Bluebeam. I don't know if you guys know what that is. It's like something weird, but like the gematria for the things that like it's equivalent to. It's weird things. It's weird things that came out. It came out in the reading I did earlier, which was kind of a brutal reading. It wasn't necessarily the nicest reading. I'm not sure what the not nice energy that's been coming through has been, but we're going to pinpoint it down and see. So the nakshatras is a lot more. It's like if the regular zodiac sign readings would be like general, this is like a sniper, right? This is like precise. We're looking at we're breaking down, instead of doing 30 degrees, we're breaking it down into 13, 20 degrees. We're breaking it up into 28 or 27 different parts. And then within those 13 degrees, we're breaking that up into 4 different sections. So this is a lot more precise. Just because we're coming up on this new moon lunar eclipse, I think that it would be a good idea to be more detailed about the way we're doing things, as opposed to just like, it's not so general. Did you post the BB reading? What's the BB? BB. What's... I'm not sure. The last one was interesting. It was like, it had to do with like, I don't know how to explain it. It was not the nicest reading. It did have to do like with red energy, so I put the red outfit on. I got this book though in the mail yesterday. Between Life and Death. Crazy book. Absolutely crazy. It goes into like this chapter, the 9th chapter is God and Jesus. And then guides, and then it's so-called bad lives. So like where people go like in between lives when they're learning how to like mature their souls. Which I hate to say this, but the so-called bad lives, it really corresponded, I feel like, a lot to like the tarot community. I'm not gonna lie to you. In the way that we are all like really working on healing our souls before we like reintegrate ourselves. This chapter really resonated a lot with, I feel like, what we do here on YouTube a little bit. And whether it's this life or past lives, it's just like clearing our karma, right? It goes into like the grand tour, different levels of existence. It's by Dolores Cannon. Check it out if you guys want to. It's a really good book. I would recommend it. I also got this book that I read this summer, which is Life After Death by Damien Eccles. This is a good book as well. I would really recommend both of them. Okay. So, very different kind of books though. All right. So we're going to start with Ashwini. Ashwini is going to be Ketu ruled, meaning it's going to be ruled by the south node of the moon. So the K2 is going to be about past karmas. K2 is about the past karmas. So it's going to have a sense of like getting rid of the past karmas. So it's at the very beginning of Aries, technically. So it's going to be 0 degrees Aries to 13, 20 degrees of Aries. And it's going to talk about, it's like the divine physician. So it's going to talk about the people that were sent down from, like, to heal the gods. So you could call it the healers of the gods, or, but this is using sidereal placements, right? This is sidereal measurements, so you would definitely want to make sure that you're paying attention to that, because it's going to, some people, it adjusts. So technically this would be bridging Taurus and Aries and tropical, I believe, right? So in sidereal, it's going to be at the very beginning. Might even be mostly in Taurus. So that's something to keep in mind when we're doing nakshatras. I do have a bunch of notes wrote on Ashwini, but that's not important. This is a Deva ruled nakshatra. I know that for sure. So it's going to be godly, or it's going to have like a most high aspect. And another thing to keep in mind with the nakshatras is that they are reflective, meaning that sometimes the meanings can mean the exact opposite, or it can be reversed, right? Because we think of what would be bridging Libra and Virgo. We think of Virgo as like the healer, right? As a healer. So the moon reflects whatever it's looking at. That's something that I've noticed. Let's just get into it. So for Ashwini, rulers of the gods, we're looking at the first 13 degrees of Aries. The Six of Pentacles, moon in Taurus, good energy. High Priestess in reverse. The Ace of Wands in reverse. The Ten of Swords in reverse, but also Judgment. I'm going to put that back because that's too many. Give me one more, please. The Queen of Wands. Okay, that makes sense. So Aries right now, I would say that Ashwini, whatever you're here trying to help people do, or whatever you're here trying to help people heal, try maybe to like get on their level, right? Don't necessarily hold yourself in a higher regard. I don't like that. I feel like you should be looking at the people as equal. Even if you do have things extra to give people, it's not necessarily like you see this person's all dressed all nice and these people are like on the ground like, oh my God, help me, help me. It's like, no, fuck you. Honestly, I don't like that. Like, look at yourself as equal to people. Like, there's no I'm better than you, and or none of that, right? We think of like, when we're thinking about kings, right? That's why Virgo or the sixth house deals with kingship. It's because it's about service, right? You think about royal people, you think about people that are in places of power. It's because they're in service to the people that are less than them. And so, and you see he's only giving him enough to hang on to, because there's only 4 little drops coming out of his hand, which is like the person that's like holding on really tight. So that's something you need to be really cautious of, about whether you're the person. I feel like you are the person giving, Aries. I feel like you're the person giving, and you know, try and maybe be more like, maybe instead of giving to so many people, see about if you can give more to actually help someone get out of the situation that they're in. Don't necessarily keep someone in the same situation, or like keep them coming back, right? It's like it's like Caroline Myss talks about the like the damsel and the saboteur, the damsel and the prince, or the damsel and the knight. And it's talking about the person that would like come and save someone when they're in trouble, but when they're not in trouble anymore, it's like they feel not needed, so they like the lifeguard. I think that's the one of the examples she uses is somebody saves someone from drowning and they're a lifeguard, and then they feel this sense of like they feel heroic, or they feel like, oh, I did something good, and then nobody needs to be saved from drowning anymore, so they end up pushing someone into the pool. They push someone into the pool so that they can feel like a hero again, because they need to save them. Don't do that. Or just don't help, right? Just don't help if that's what you feel you need to do, because like that's just toxic, and it's just like, it's such a gross quality. And I feel like you can fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me 3 times, fuck the peace signs. Unload the chopper, let it rain on you. So right, and so like there could be something about you, or if this is somebody that somebody could be doing this to you, Aries. I'm not sure. Ashwini, that could be what's being healed. Ashwini has the ability to breathe life into things that appear to be dead. That's really what Ashwini talks about, because it's like the first part of the constellation. So Pisces is like spirituality, right? This is like the ability to revive someone, but it's like you're only giving them enough like oxygen or enough breath to like somewhat like to like stand up, but then it's like you teach a man to fish, uh he can like feed himself. I don't remember how the saying goes, whatever. Four of Pentacles is in reverse, so it's like letting go. The High Priestess in reverse for the second pada, which is Taurus ruled Navamsa. So there could be something about like your intuition feeling not so grounded in reality right now, but maybe feeling like it's a little bit cosmic, or like it's like you feel your mind like going really far out in regards to like the validity or like the concreteness of this intuition that you've been getting lately. The Ace of Wands in reverse could also talk about like a lack of passion or a lack of enthusiasm, possibly due to feelings of stress of not having enough, or feeling like you have to help too many people, that you're not really able to pinpoint and like actually sit down with individual people, or like you're not able, like there's too many people or there's too much around you. It's become too excessive, as opposed to like when you have a small group of people, you're able to really target and pinpoint the specific things that need to be fixed, healed, and breathed back, life to be breathed back into them. The Queen of Wands, though, you are looking really attractive and you are doing really good in regards to the way you're looking. Okay, I have to write these down. I think that was a good download. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get 27 messages, but I can always break it up into 2 different days or whatever. Okay. Ashwini, we'll start that at, I think it was like, what, like 2 minutes maybe into it? Okay, so then Ashwini, and then we go from Ashwini to Barney. Ashwini is K2 ruled. And then now, so we're going to the first Venus ruled nakshatra in Aries. And this is going to be starting at 17 minutes. Oh my gosh, this is, I don't think I'm going to be able to do them all today. There's no way, because I can't be on here for like 11 hours. Okay. Let me go over here to my Kindle app just so I can pull up like some notes on this right quick. Well, I have too many books in here. Okay, let's see. I guess we'll go here. We're gonna use Vic DeCara's. Oh, I don't have access to it anymore. Why not? Wait, what are you talking about? Maybe I don't have access to it anymore. Okay, let's see. Let's get the nakshatra. Just give me a PDF, just so I can have all the things exactly. No. Is that it? I don't know. I can't find it. I already have it on my phone, I think. Maybe not. Oh my gosh, I'm getting distracted. Drive. Here we go. Is that right? That's not the one either. Bitch. I guess this is gonna have to work. Okay. So, Ashwini. So the next one we're going to is Barney and Baharni. The gender of this one is female. The nature is cruel, and it's ruled by Yama. So this is going to be talking a lot about, wow, I agree. So it's going to be talking a lot about like the distribution of the soul. The symbol here is the female like yoni. So this is like literally talking about the birth process and like going into like becoming like being born or coming out of the body. So can I get 4 cards, please? Messages for, we have justice is the first one coming out. Okay, so we have a lot of symbolism here about scales. This is the second reading we've done that has scales. So there's something about needing to balance something or keep something somewhat like balanced. And we have the sun. And we have the Knight of Coins. The Chariot on the bottom. Give me one more, please. All right. That was 2. We have the Emperor in reverse and the World in reverse. Okay. So I like to kind of think of the justice in the world, or justice and the Emperor, kind of similar to each other. Justice is more of the feminine aspect of the Emperor, meaning that she's concise, she's decisive, and she will cut things off or cut things out that don't need to be there. The Knight of Coins and the Sun. Sun feeling kind of like darkened or feeling in the dark or held in the dark. We have the Death card. The feminine aspect right now is definitely being highlighted. The ability to listen, the ability to hear things out and kind of like make judgments. The ability to not be so loud and like proud about your sort of mastery. Because I'm seeing here we have this fleur-de-lis, right? Which is like, wait, where is it at? On the top of the scale, you see that little like symbol. And I believe in French that's like a symbol of, what is it a symbol of? I don't want to say it's kingship, it's something different. Yeah. And that's not what it is. The French symbol for the saints. Wait, what is it? It's like right here. What does this mean? The fleur-de-lis. Okay, so what does it fucking mean though? It's the continuing of presence of. Why are you giving me such a difficult time right now? I'm so frustrated. Okay. I don't have any planets in this placement. What does it mean though? Okay, so it means lily flower. It means royalty, French cultural heritage, Christianity, light defense, and the female virtue. So, but you can see here on this Emperor card, his is like really big. He's almost like flaunting it a little bit. So we have that in reverse with the World. I would say right now is not the time for you, Barney, in regards Baharni. There's something about needing to like listen. There's something about needing to not be so expressive or like not feel the need to share everything outwardly with the world. It's okay to keep some things exclusive and to keep some things hidden, especially when it comes to the knowledge that you've obtained, right? Knowledge isn't for everyone. We do have this in reverse, this Jupiter and Taurus aspect. So that could really be talking about like a really big expansion coming to your personal finances, or a really big expansion coming in regards to the people that you're in relationships, possibly even with it being in reverse. The people in relationship that you're with having like a really big expansion in regards to their material world, in regards to their desirability, the way that they're desired. We have the Death card here though as well. The Knight of Coins talks about seeing something through to the end. You need to lose your pride, and you need to balance out what is necessary for you to continue on, especially if you're trying to like pursue a relationship of some kind. Make sure you're not like drowning your partner out, right? Make sure that you're like both equally shining enough, because Barney does have a lot to do with relationships, right? It's almost like sometimes when you get into a relationship, it's like you can almost outshine your significant other, or it's like especially like when you're having, I don't know why, when you're having sex with someone, it's almost like sometimes there can be like this vampiric nature about sex. I don't know, like when you're done, like one person will feel really tired. It's giving me like the feminine energy is like being very vampiric, especially sexually, with this masculine energy. And it's making this masculine energy feel very dark, and like it's like she's like sucking all the beauty away. Is what it's giving me. I don't like that. Sorry, that was just what I was getting. Sorry if that was too like intense for you guys. So you need to find a way to balance something, right? It's like, look at the masculine energy before. He was looking like he was very radiant. So there was something about that. I don't like that at all. I don't know. That's what I'm getting. That's the energy I'm getting. Either that, or this masculine energy needs to like buck up and like do something different. So there we go. Go to the next one. Sorry if that was a brutal message. I don't know who that was for. I don't feel like that was for me. I don't have sex. I'm not sexually active. So what's the next one? Critica. We're going to start Critica at 28 minutes. All right. So this is the first sun-ruled nakshatra. Critica. What is Critica opposing? I think it's Vishaka. Is it Vishaka? I think so. Added 10 snaps to their story. Okay. Critica. Critica's cool. Critica can like, Critica has the ability of breath. Critica a lot of times is very, what is up with all the notifications on the phone, dude? It's going crazy. All right. I'm feeling very Page of Swordsy right now. I can definitely feel like changes beginning to ensue. Okay. Critica's ruled by the sun. Critica needs to be activated through the breath. Critica's symbol is Agni. So it rules fire. It rules fire. That's the deity, is Agni. And it is the bridge between Aries and Taurus. Let me get the exact degrees. Critica is at 26 degrees, 40 arc minutes of Aries to 10 degrees of Taurus. The Vishuti Lord is the sun, and the ruling deity is Agni, meaning fire. So it's the fire lord, or, right? Agni is fire in general, so. And that's why we say that Kritika is, it's not necessarily like the physical fire, but the fire that's inside your, that like the fire in your stomach, the fire around the coiled serpent, right? In order to do that, in order to meditate, we have to be able to breathe. We have to give oxygen, we have to give breath to the fire within us in order for it to burn higher, in order for it to grow and to purify even. Fire can purify. We're on Kritika. Kritika. So give me 4 cards, please, for Kritika. The Queen of Wands almost popped out, but it didn't. You have the 8 of Cups in reverse. There's something that you have this, like, you're not sure if you should walk away from something. You're not sure if you should continue all the way through something. There is definitely a feeling of something being missing. There's something about, like, not feeling efficient in something enough, or there's some, like, you can see the little gap there, right? There's something missing, or there's something about, like you're spreading yourself really thin, right? It's like when there's a little tiny bit of something left and you're trying to like paint. Let's say there's like a little bit of paint left and you're trying to make it last a lot longer than it needs to. It makes it look not all the way complete, as opposed to if you had everything you needed already prepared, and so you're not sure if you should either venture out and go back and get more of what you need, or if you should just leave it the way that it is. In regards to like your external appearance, now we'll say the second card could be talking, like, we'll do the 4 pillars for each of the nakshatras. The 4th pillar would talk about home, family, like your roots. We have the 6 of Cups, which is really solid. It's solid, right? And we see 5 cups on the bottom there. So there's like this extra cup, and then there's just something missing. There's a little bit of something missing in regards to the way that you're personally feeling. You do have a really strong, solid sense of roots, a really strong, solid space, right? The cups can talk about space, expansion, emotion, fond memories. Okay, this could also talk about like growing up or seeing the evolution of something. We have the Emperor came out in the upright. We had that in reversed in the other one. This could talk about the Father. It could talk about you even. Okay, but the Emperor, things are like looking a little, is there water? I guess there's a little bit of water there. I just now noticed that. I always thought the Emperor had no water at all. So he has hot water though, because I just put my middle finger on the water. So he has hot water because he has such a strong connection to fire. It has the ability to make the water hot. So we think, what does hot water do? We need hot water to like shower in. We don't want the water to get too hot. So you could be dealing with somebody that is very stern and like they have a temper maybe a little bit about them. You need to make sure that they're staying balanced in regards to their emotion and they're not getting too fiery, because they can, their emotions can get to be, they can hurt. Their emotions can hurt them. If you think of boiling water, like you can't touch boiling water because it gets too hot that it hurts. So, but you want hot, like there needs to be a balance, or like the scales were coming out a lot. So before, and this is the Emperor, which is like the opposite of the scales. So there could be something about a relationship in your life that's either helping you with your authority, helping you become more authoritative, especially in regards to managing your emotions. That's far too many cards. 3 of Swords, the Hierophant, and the 6 of Wands came out. I'm going to reshuffle because that's too many. Okay, so give me one more. You want to know about like the career. How's the career going for Kritika Nakshatra in regards to Agni? Ace of Cups. Okay. You're getting a lot of water, which is a very opposite element to fire. But it can also be used right if you have the proper tools and the proper like coping mechanisms and strategies to handle water. Barriers put up, protection put up for yourself. Right? I'm thinking of like I'm seeing in my mind like when you're camping or something and you're boiling water over a flame, like it's not going to put the water out if you have a pot or a cup to put the water into. But you need to be careful, or like, I don't know, now I'm seeing like a macaroni on a stove. Wait, macaroni in a pot? That's some wet ass pussy. Ew, that's the grossest line ever. Anyways, it's not gross, but it's kind of like, I don't like that. Anyways, okay. It's not that I don't like it. It's just like the sound is, the sound has turned the nails on the chalkboard a little bit for me. Okay, so not in a bad way. I like Cardi B. We have the same birthday. But yeah, it's just, next question. Ace of Cups. Whatever you're going to do for your work, whatever your career is going to be, you're going to love it. You're going to have authority over it, or you're going to really love the person that you have authority over it with. Your home life is going to be good, but there's going to be like, there might be a slight sense of insecurity in regards to the way that you're handling the emotions. It should be fine. Just make sure that you're working on your protection and your coping mechanisms and your skills in regards to handling all of this emotion that you have around you. Next question. The next one we're doing is Rohini. And this is ruled by Brahma. And Rohini is very, very desirable. Rohini is very beautiful. Rohini is in Taurus. I will put timestamps. Rohini is from 10 degrees of Taurus to 23 degrees of Taurus. So it's the core of sidereal Taurus. We're going to start that at 30. I'm not going to be able to do all of these, guys. There's absolutely no way. 37. Okay, so Rohini, it's like the blushing bride, right? It's a young, beautiful. It's also represented kind of by like Eve. It's the first moon-ruled nakshatra, so it's going to be very reflective of its opposing energy. It's going to be very reflective of that, which is Scorpio. And on that side, there's a very intense, a little bit more of the shadow side of it, right? Because this is the nakshatras, I feel like, are really strongly influenced by the scales. There's a quote by Aleister Crowley, I believe it's in Magic Without Tears. He says, look at every opposition not as a hindrance, but as a blessing. I believe it's in Magic Without Tears. I could be wrong. I don't even know if that book didn't really even sound like it was written by him, but I did read part of it. I would look it up so I could get the exact quote, but we don't have time for that. So, Brahma is the creative aspect of life, right? Brahma is the ultimate creator, is the one that created everything, is the one that created Aditi, which we're going to get to in a second. And Aditi is space, and Brahma is the orchestrator, or the one that is creating the space. I believe this is a serpent-ruled nakshatra. I could be wrong. I'm not 100% sure. But Brahma is... You have the Queen of Wands, so it's really just like you're very attractive. That's really how it manifests, I feel like, a lot in this world, is a very attractive person, somebody that's very good with the earth, okay? We do have the Queen of Wands, which is an attractive energy. I would like to think of, yeah, I guess that could work. It could work, right? You also have a very strong sexual aspect to you, where your sexuality is you're very, not necessarily open with it, but like you are comfortable with your sexuality. That's one thing about the Queen of Wands, because she sits with her legs spread. nothing's necessarily showing, but she's like open or she's available for yeah, the sunflower. So you like, yeah, the Queen of Wands. You're sure of yourself. You're certain of yourself. Sometimes people can dislike you because of the certainty you have in yourself. Sometimes they can try to like burn you, or they can try to hate on you. There can also be this really strong jealousy aspect to this nakshatra. They also have the ability to fall in love at an instant with this nakshatra, like not like kind of like an obsessive love a little bit. Opposing them is Indra or Jesta, which is it's a very powerful nakshatra. Sometimes they might find themselves like the person that they're really attracted to, feeling like the person they're really attracted to wants to have like multiple partners, or has like multiple people that are interested in them. Just because Indra, like there's this thing where they put like 100 vaginas all over Indra. It's like one of the curses he was given because he was like so desired that they just put vaginas all over him. I believe that's what it is. Maybe it was eyes. Maybe it wasn't vaginas, right? The whispering eye, though, same type of thing. The Chariot here. The Six of Pentacles in reverse. The Fool in reverse. Now this could talk about like the people around you are like, they're not so easily fooled as they once were. Right? People are not necessarily just taking what you're saying for face value anymore. They need to fact check something, or like I don't know if you were getting over on people, or like getting people to, I don't know, come through for you. It's not necessarily that they aren't anymore. I just don't feel like, this could even be this Queen of Wands. It's like you're not falling over with your legs in the air anymore. You're a little bit more guarded, especially in regards to your finances or in regards to your physical time. You're setting standards for yourself. You're no longer just like open for anyone, but you are still open. You're just not open for anyone. That's what I feel like. The Knight of Cups. I feel like as soon as you do that, as soon as you like stop opening yourself up for every single person, or like you just like, you get some more maturity about you. I feel like maturity is going to look really good on you. I feel like once you kind of drop this like young, naive kind of like childish aspect about yourself, I feel like that's when your real attraction is going to come in. And I think that once you mature a little bit, Rohini, you will definitely be very attractive, and possibly even that of like a Prince Charming, or Prince Charming would be worthy of you. But it's like you have to like learn these boundaries and these rules in regards to what you're willing to give yourself to. That's what I have for you. The next one is Mrigashirsha, right? And we're going to start that one at 44 minutes. Okay, so Mrigashirsha is actually kind of an interesting one. It's the first Mars ruled nakshatra. I believe its symbol is a deer. There's something I'm thinking about. We didn't really look at this like in the way we were supposed to. First house, you're looking really good. Fourth house, maybe not investing so much in your house. Seventh house, relationships, not necessarily like the same kind of message. We're good. Put the cards away. Right, we're here at Mrigashirsha. We're going to do a Mars ruled nakshatra. Mars ruled, what is this? I'm trying to think. Am I moving too quickly? Sorry, we're in the moon's energy. The moon moves really fast. This is going to talk about, is this the beheading? No, this is when, this is like the running. So there's like this very skittish quality here where there's like, possibly it talks about like the desirability of before because of the Queen of Wands coming out, but it really talks about like when someone becomes very attractive, and like the wrong people becoming attractive to you. Sometimes there's like this desire to run or to like scurry away. It's really talking about Brahma becoming like attracted to whatever he created himself. So whatever you're creating, it's like not only are what you're creating something that it's like you are attracted to whatever you're creating. Even if it's not necessarily something that you're supposed to be attracted to, there's something about what you're creating is something that you are yourself also would find use for, or you would also, even if it's not necessarily meant to be for you, you still find that the shoe would fit. We have Judgment in reverse. The Sun in reverse. The Hanged Man in the upright. And the Lovers. Holy fucking major arcanas, dude. Oh my god. And the Fool on the bottom of the deck. Oh my god. Whoa, wow. Calm down. Okay, so there is a lot of like lessons that are being learned for you right now. There's a lot of lessons. We have, which nakshatra are we on? Are we on the 5th one? I think we're on the 5th, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this could even be kind of like a breakdown of what we had before. We had Judgment in reverse, the Sun in reverse, the Hanged Man in the upright, and then we have the Lovers and the Fool. The Fool, this is talking about new beginnings, right? Just like taking this card individually, I feel like that's really the only one that's really relevant here. Not really getting angry about something, but just like taking the leap, taking the dive, deciding that what it is that you, whatever new beginning you're desiring to go for is just waiting for you to get there. Don't be afraid to make a fool of yourself. Don't be afraid to do something different. Don't be, right? Don't even focus on that, right? The Fool in the Rider-Waite, he's wearing like a really interesting looking shirt. And it's like, he doesn't even care. He's just so focused on life and the things around him. And he's like he's just happy about being alive. There's like this skipping through life kind of energy here. Even if you are running from something. What's the degrees for this? This is 23, 20 of Taurus to 23. Wait, is that right? No, 23 degrees of Taurus to 23 degrees of Taurus to 6 degrees of Gemini. Yes, yes, yes. Let's see. Let's retry this. I might put this one away. I don't know if I like that so much. A lot of times this nakshatra can be like, people can gaslight this nakshatra a lot, right? Because they have this quality of the deer, which can be a little bit frantic. They're always like searching for something, I feel. It's baby Mars. So there can be some like of this, what's the word I'm looking for? It's not Rajasic, but like there can be this malefic kind of energy that they have to them. Especially with it being in Gemini, sometimes this can have to do with words that are said. So sometimes these natives can either be on the receiving end of like harsh words, or they can be themselves having harsh words. There can also be energies around like haunting feelings, because we think Mars and Gemini is the 9 of Swords, which talks about like being up at night, like late night thoughts. Let's see. We have the Ace of Cups. And with the Death in reverse, someone like not feeling able to accept what you're saying. It's like giving me, somebody is like, you're trying to tell someone something, like, oh, I saw something, or oh, something is, I don't know, did you hear that? Like, it's giving me like scariness, right? It's giving me like 7 of Swords, like someone's trying to gaslight you. Somebody's trying to make you feel like you're fucking crazy, but you're not the one that's crazy. It's them that's crazy, or it's like them that's trying to fuck with your head or something. I don't know. That's what it's giving me. The King of Cups in reverse, right? Because this person is not emotionally balanced within themselves. But you are coming out as emotionally balanced, or you're at least having the space to work on it, but, or maybe not, because we have the Death in reverse, which talks about a resistance to change, or a resistance to seeing something from a different perspective. With the Seven of Cups, having too many options, or like being so dead set on one option that you can't even see the potential of all the other options that are available to you, because you have to have it one way. It's like, don't be like that. To the point where you're even willing to like lie, cheat, and steal to get things to go this one way that you see them, to be with this one person that's like not even emotionally capable or has the capacity to even understand themselves, let alone a relationship. But you're willing to lie, cheat, and steal in order to keep this person around. That's crazy. I don't like that. Let it go, let it flow, right? There's so many options. There's so many people in the world. There's so many things to do, so many places to see, so many things to just do. Like, set yourself free. Eight of Swords reverse energy. Set yourself free. You should be able to expand and to see all of the potential possibilities that your life could be. There's no need to be with one single person that's not even treating you right to begin with, right? Like, have more, you should be seeing more for yourself, right? You shouldn't keep, like, you should expect better things for yourself, not be allowing somebody that's saying that they're holding space for you, but not actually holding space for you, really just trying to hold you back and like squeeze really tightly to you. So it is that element of being from air where we get that ability, and like there is that capacity to hold on to something really tight. But then we move into this air element, and you can't hold on to air. You can't grasp the air. You can hold air in your lungs. I guess you can hold air in your lungs. But at the end of the day, that would really just be killing you, because how are you going to care? How are you going to, like, you have to let the air go eventually. You can't just keep the air in you or you'll die. Right? It's like one breath in, one breath out, one breath in, one breath out. Not that fast, obviously. Hope that was making sense. I don't know. All right. Now we're going to move on to Ardra, and Ardra Nakshatra is the first Rahu ruled nakshatra. Ardra is like whalers. They're howlers. Ardra is ruled by Rahu, which is demonic in nature. It is an all-consuming energy, meaning that nothing is ever enough for this energy. They always need more, because they don't have a body. It's just a head, right? They don't have a body. They just have this head that was already in this energy of wanting more than what life was able to offer them, needing more than what life was able to offer them, or like wanting to stop the inevitable from happening. And so there is this aspect of cleansing their own selves through emotions, through crying, and it's not really even something in this life that they'll be able to control, right? There's so much power in this nakshatra. There's such a large, expansive energy in this Ardra nakshatra. It's so powerful. I believe it has Beetlejuice, or maybe not Beetlejuice. I think Beetlejuice is in the one before. Mrigashirsha, I believe that Ardra is the one that has Sirius in it. So Sirius is huge, right? It's the big dog, right? It's Osiris even. There can also be an element there, now that we're talking about Osiris. Osiris has this ability, or like this, it's this larger than life kind of energy. Sirius, right? It's the blue supergiant. It's like the reason that our summers are so hot. I think. Let's see. Let's go into the energy. I don't know if I want to use this deck. But Ardra cries, right? That's how they're getting their emotions out, right? It's the dark, stormy day. It's the dark, stormy day. That's what Ardra talks about. I believe Taylor Swift has her moon here, and you can see that in like her fan base or like her fame, and Drake does as well. And it's like they just have like this. It's just huge, right? They are able to reach these levels of fame where it's just gargantuan, and it can sometimes lead them to feeling extremely misunderstood, misrepresented, extremely always trying to find something that's not external to them, that has always been within them. But and it can also sometimes lead them to feeling a little bit isolated or a little bit like excluded because of the large masses, the large amounts of whatever it is that they're usually either trying to achieve. It could also be, I feel like, what they're trying to push away, how massive that grows. They say that their tears turn to diamonds. They usually have very bright eyes. I'm thinking Effie Stoneham from Skins. Her eyes are definitely, I believe those are Ardra eyes. Usually very, very beautiful eyes. Blue most of the time, but it doesn't necessarily have to be blue. Okay. And what's the degrees here? We're looking at 20 degrees of, we're looking at 6 degrees of Gemini to 20 degrees of sidereal Gemini. Ardra, the first Rahu-ruled nakshatra. And the deity here is Shiva, which is the great destroyer. Right? This is where Shiva cuts off the head of the creator, the previous creator. He cuts off that person's head and throws it into the sky because of the desire or whatever the creative aspect was, desiring what they were creating, whatever they were creating, whatever they had created. It was like they were trying to take that creation for themselves. And then Shiva comes in here and cuts off that person's head and throws it into the sky because it's not for that creator. And that's how we got that constellation. That's why it's so powerful. It's the Vedic myth to it. So this also talks about, oh wait, no, wait, this might actually be, which one is it? I think that this might be where, I don't know, something that happened somewhere in there. Somebody got their head cut off. I'm not sure exactly what happened there. We got the High Priestess. The Empress is in reverse. The Devil is in the upright. And the Ace of Wands. The High Priestess is the one that sits on the outside that looks in. Is the creative, it's not necessarily a creative quality though. It's just understanding and seeing things from the external position. The Empress in reverse talks about inability to create, not having the space to create. There's no space, meaning there's no creation. The Devil coming out would talk about constriction, boundaries, needing to lock things in, not allowing people to be free, not allowing the creative energy to be free due to a lack of space. So you're needing to invite this element of fire in to burn away those boundaries if you're wanting those boundaries, or if you're wanting to regrow your creative aspect or your creative element. But right now the creative element is kind of being shut off, and it's more so the intuitive element and more so the looking inward to see what it is that is happening, how things are being constricted with the devil. All right. Ace of Wands is passion, the ability to keep trying. Am I moving too quickly? I feel like I'm moving really quickly, guys. Sorry, I'm moving so quick. I just don't have, I think we're going to stop at Ashlesha Nakshatra, and then we will continue on with the second section of the Nakshatras, which is going to be at the beginning of Leo. Just because I don't have time, like I might be able to even come back on a little bit later. I just need to take a break because this is like exhausting. I can't look at the camera. I've been looking at the camera. Sorry. I get kind of... All right. We're on Punarvasu. I have my moon in Punarvasu. I have my moon in Punarvasu. Punarvasu is the first Jupiter-ruled nakshatra. I'm sorry, it is the only Jupiter-ruled nakshatra. This is the only nakshatra that's actually ruled by Jupiter. I know you might want to watch it again and slow it down a little bit. It's Jupiter. So this is the bright sunny day. This is going to have Castor and Pollux in it. It also has Procyon in it, where my moon is conjunct at the very end. So this is going to be from 20 degrees of Gemini to 3 degrees of Cancer. I'm sorry, it's not ruled by Jupiter. The the ruler of the nakshatra is Jupiter. But the ruling deity is Aditi, which is the mother of the gods. And this is where we get that other part to the creative aspect, where we begin to get space. So this is where the fifth element is technically at. This is a very special part of the sky because it's the mother of the gods, meaning that there is the element of space comes back. We get the ability, we get the space to create the things that we desire. Okay. Punarvasu. It doesn't really cast so much of a shadow. Opposing it is the section of the sky in Capricorn, which is Uttara Ashada, which is the stage. So a lot of times these people I don't know how to explain that. First pot, we have the Eight of Cups in reverse. You need to understand when the time to walk away is and when the time to stay is. Energy for Punarvasu. You have the Star. We have Judgment in reverse. The High Priestess almost popped out. The Nine of Swords popped out. Perfect. This is where I have my Pada Nakshatra, is the Nine of Swords. So, you can't quit something. You want to quit something. It's like you have this desire to fight something off, but it's like the lack of success or the lack of recognition that you're receiving in something is making it's either taking, like your confidence is either taking a hit or you're your strength is being tested. Your ability to harness and to have the light that is within you, or the light that is external to you, this God energy that you feel like is outside of you, how are you going to harness that energy and pull that energy within yourself? And then once it's within you, how are you going to raise that energy out of you? Right? That's kind of like Kundalini, the process of Kundalini. You have to realize first that there is no power external from you. Every power that is possible in the world is within you. And then once you've realized that, you have to realize, or you have to figure out through energy work and working through not only spiritually as well as physically, because the spiritual changes that you're doing on the spirit realm will manifest and it will change your physical world. It has to. So if you see somebody that's going through a lot of spiritual work and their life is not reflective of that, then you can know that they're not actually going through the spiritual work. But if their physical life is reflective of that, you'll understand that they have been called and that they are possibly now going through the energy of now calling. I don't know where that came from. That came out of left field. Back up. That didn't make any sense. Slow down, slow down, slow down. Okay, so we have the Eight of Cups in reverse here, and then we see this Star card, and she has these two cups that this Eight of Cups is looking for. The two cups that she is pouring out into the world, that she's giving back, that she is releasing from herself, is what you were eventually looking for, what you overall were looking for. That gap or that void that you felt within yourself, it's like as soon as you stopped looking for something, or as soon as you stopped searching for something, what you wanted came to you, but you realized that it was never what you needed at all, because the energy was always within you. Because the energy was always within you. It was never external to you. It could have been the reason, or the what you were going to look for was the process of awakening that thing that was within you. And you poured it out. Maybe you poured something out you shouldn't have poured out. Maybe you got rid of something you shouldn't have gotten rid of. The High Priestess came out in the upright, and I didn't take it. Maybe that's it. We have the Strength card. The Nine of Swords talks about cruelty. It talks about being in the dark, thoughts in the dark, right? Needing that aspect of Jesus, needing that aspect of Lucifer, that aspect of Madeline, of the 444, of the white light, needing to understand that if there's something that's being created that you don't like, that you don't see being positive, or if you're not liking the dark side of the coin, or you can't face the dark side of the coin, that all you have to do is call in that creative, that white light energy of Lucifer, of the light, of the white light, and it will clear it for you, and it will help you, and it will take any sort of negative impacts or negative things in your brain that are keeping you up at night, negative thoughts. Don't trip about it. Just let it out, let it go, right? Let it out, let it release it. Let's go to Pushya. Pushya is going to be from 3 degrees of Cancer to 16 degrees of Cancer. And it is going to be ruled by Bruhaspati, which is Jupiter, or you could say it is Bruhaspati's wife. Torah, you could say it's Torah as well, because it is the udder. And it's going to talk about the nurturing energy, the energy that we get by being nurtured. It's the cow udder. So it is the celestial cow udder, right? It's the place of nourishment. It is the natural home of the 4th house, which is home. So it's the maternal quality, right? It's the benevolent side of the mother energy. When we get into the later degrees of Cancer on the next one, we'll see where the more of the toxic, tainted mother energy comes into play. Not necessarily tainted, it's just, it's serpent. We get the next one is a serpent, right? We're still dealing with the cow right now. This is the cow's udder. So this is where the nutrients that we have within us comes out to take care of the things that we create. This is when we are nourishing, nurturing, and feeding the things that we have created. Whether that wants to be children, normally that's what it's talking about because it's astrology. Sorry, I need to look at the camera more, guys. Can I like... That's what it is. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm so tired. This nakshatra can be very, it can be very, did I write the timestamp down? I don't know if I did. I didn't even write the Punarvasu one down. We're going to redo it. 1-1-2, so 1 hour and 12 minutes. Sorry, I have to write the timestamp down. We'll just do it quickly. Okay, Punarvasu, the bright sunny day. Give me energy. What is the bright sunny day for Punarvasu? Queen of Pentacles reversed, Page of Cups reversed, 4 of Wands in the upright, and the Ace of Pentacles. Damn it, I wish I wrote the timestamp down. Because I feel like this might be for Pushya. I'm not sure. We'll pull 2 of them out though. So we'll put Pushya and Punarvasu together. We have the 7 of Wands with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now, this could be the kind of energy where it's like you might need something from someone in the physical world, but there's this sense of pride around the way that you get the things that you want, that you don't necessarily feel like you, and this is interesting. We saw that Emperor card come out. What was that in Kritika? I believe that was in Agni. And we have this Queen of Cups here, and this bitch has so much fire around her. Like, it's the same exact thing, right? It's like this Queen of Cups and this Emperor need to find a way to switch roles, or it's like they're pushing their own issues off on other people. I'm not really sure. I don't know about that. I feel like I lost my place. I got really like confused there. I feel like I got scrambled. Queen of Cups, Page of Cups reversed. That is like maybe like 2 energies that are not necessarily working together that should be working together, because they do have potential to grow the things that they want to grow, to create the things they want to create. But there's like this energy of defensiveness. On the feminine side, on the earthly feminine side, of not feeling like you have what it takes to give, or you don't, something like that. But then there's this feminine, right? They're all in this energy of being receptive. The Page is giving, though. The Page of Cups is giving. So I do feel as though at one point in time, the emotional aspect was willing to give to a situation. But due to this feminine energy in regards to the earth not having what it takes to give to something financially, physically, the feminine water element began to become extremely reserved and like not in the energy of giving anymore, right? They closed off in regards to their emotions. And that could have caused a forfeit or an inability to become successful or to bear the burden of what success would have really meant for this energy. Okay, now we're doing push-ya. Sorry. We're going to go 1, 1, 1, 4, 1, 5. Okay. All right. I didn't put those numbers right. 1 hour, 15 minutes. Oh my gosh, I've been here for too long. I'm going to forget. Okay. There's your nose. Okay, push-ya. We're at the cow udder. This is like motherly instincts, right? This is like the mother that I'm seeing, like the, yeah, this is motherly instincts, right? Like mothers know. The Two of Cups is coming out in reverse with the Hermit card. The Eight of Cups is in the upright. And the Ace of Pentacles. Someone is taking, like, somebody's like, I'm not so focused on what these relationships can bring me. I am focused on healing myself, isolating myself, so that I am able to. Two people walked two different ways. Somebody walked away towards relationships, failed relationships, a lack of relationships, a lack of relationships that brought them any pride or any sort of well-being. And this other energy walked towards physicality, real, concrete. The garden passage, towards divinity. One person went towards the earth. One person went towards spirit. Right? Somebody wanted that pure seed. While this person just wanted help from someone else, I guess. With that Ace of Pentacles and that portal. Say that then. All right. So this could be talking about a splitting off of going two different ways. This could also talk about no longer feeling sad about a breakup, no longer feeling broken about someone not being there, no longer feeling like there is a void within you, but feeling like you have taken that void that was within you and you are going after the seed to put into that void so that you're able to grow something good for your life. No longer waiting for people to come and fulfill the needs and the things that you need. No longer waiting for people to provide for you, to supply you, but just going after your own physical things. No longer being super affected by or like expecting emotional support from people that never even had the capacity to fill that cup, right? The cup's not being full because this person didn't have the ability to put the water in the cup. The person doesn't have water. The person has fire. Do you want fiery dick? No, we're going to stop with that. Sorry, we've been getting a lot of that lately. I don't know what's going on. So, I think that this is really just talking about like, kind of like growing up and becoming self-reliant, self-sufficient. Self-sufficiency is coming for the quickness, right? Self-sufficiency. It's almost like once you make that decision to become self-sufficient and to no longer be stuck on the celestial tit, to no longer be spoon-fed, you get this energy of a cosmic fucking blessing, right? You get that seed, you get that physical seed from the Godhead where you begin to create things, right? It might not be a big tree yet, but it's like the seed is the first step. Once the Godhead gives you that physical, that Ace of Pentacles, it's like the possibilities are really endless. It's all just a matter of how you're going to nurture that seed, how you're going to take care of that blessing that was given to you. Because it's not even necessarily physical yet, but it's an idea. It's something that has the potential to be extremely physical, something extremely prosperous. But you then have to care for that thing that was given to you, that physical thing, that physical idea, that physical job, that physical passion. Now we're going to move on to Ashleisha. Ashleisha is a Mercury ruled nakshatra. It is Gandanta, so it is where we turn water into fire, fire and water. We saw that come out in Kritika when we had the pure essence of fire. When we were switching from Aries to Taurus. And we're going to see that again at this last 13 degrees of Cancer, where Gandanta is the degree in which the water turns into fire. It's an extremely difficult degree to have in astrology because of the alchemical process and transformation that has to occur within you in order to keep the energy going. It's hard. It's very transformative because you're turning water, especially here, because you're turning water into fire. Think about the transition between Sagittarius and Scorpio. It's a difficult time of year. We think about the transition from Aries into Pisces. That's a huge, we consider that to be a whole new, that's like the beginning of the year. Whatever. Ashleisha. These people have knowledge. These people have wisdom. These people are held underground. These people can be extremely cunning and manipulative, and they can be very wise. They can be very constrictive. What's the degree we're at? We're at 1, 2, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2, 2. All right, be careful. Okay, so that's my manifesting channel in human design is the 1222 of grace. So whenever you see in my timestamps or anything, you see 1222, anything associated that number with me, know that it is on and popping, and that shit is manifesting straight from grace, straight through grace, the channel of a social being. So that is something to be very cautious of and aware of with me. We are here in Ashleisha. If we were to look at tropical Vedic, I would have my moon in Ashleisha. In my D9 chart, I have my moon in Ashleisha. It's a serpent nakshatra. It talks a lot about, a lot of times these people can have like fantasies or like things that they've fantasized, especially sexually, about that they don't necessarily let people know, or they could have like this secret, kind of, it's a little bit restrictive a little bit. It's also like the cat yang, I believe. People can be kind of feline-ish in nature. They can have multiple chances to get through this incarnation. They have like 9 lives within one life. They have multiple chances. Most people get 3 strikes, you're out. These people get 9 strikes, you're out. Ready? 4 of Swords is coming out in the reverse. That lying aspect, the Hermit card, the needing to go within. The King of Wands is in reverse, and the 3 of Swords is in reverse. Very symbolic here. Definitely something about a dishonesty, something about a lie, something about a masculine fire element. This is the King of Wands is the card that is ruled in this section. There's something about this very social being, right? The King of Wands is extremely social, is usually extremely extroverted, very good at being a part of the world. It's almost like they are making the conscious decision to go within themselves and heal their heart space, no longer using their tongue to harm people or to hurt people, but they're realizing that all they're really doing in the long run is hurting themselves, even if like if they're lying, or if, right, the 4 of Swords for me is the card of like honesty, upright. This person is somebody that would lie on their word, that would stay, that is their word is worth something. It's coming out in reverse, meaning that this person's word's not worth shit. What's this person's word worth? Talk is hella cheap. Talk is hella cheap. I'm going to pull another one for this line. once you go through that period though, this is for manga. It's almost like you go through this healing process and you do all these things to open up the space for yourself, to heal, to find that success within yourself. You get the access to the keys, to the streets that you want. You level up you level up and you level up and you level up. And then it's like you stop caring about it because you have other things come apart or like come into play. Definitely try your best to be grateful, right? I have this card over here. I should have been more expressive of my gratitude. That I regret, right? People need to be like, some people are good at that. Some people, like, you're just like, your gratitude, the Page of Pentacles in reverse, that can talk about gratitude. So make sure that you're staying grateful for the healing that's been done, right? You're able to heal. Shit. We're healing up in this motherfucker. We're doing it, right? We're going towards success. We're coming out of any sort of like isolation periods with the star in our, like, we have the star within us, or we have the star readily available to us. It's no longer just some distant energy. It's like we've captured the star, we have matured, we have gone within, and now we are ready to reintegrate into this energy of success, and we're ready to bridge that energy into almost like meet ourselves again at this place where we feel like everything fell down around us. You know, it's like our heart wasn't broken, but it's like we kind of broke our own hearts. It's like, it wasn't necessarily like the restriction was on the relationships. It was like the restriction was on me. I wasn't restricted from relationships. I was restricted myself. But through this healing energy, we're now going to be able to work on the energies that we pulled today, and we'll come back, I think, tomorrow or maybe a little later, and we will work on the integration of the other, right? We've been given access to go into something successfully. We need to be aware of what's going to be, what's ready to meet us on the other side, right? The Empress. Right? Five of Cups reversed. We're not holding our head low anymore, right? Our heads are high. We're holding our heads high. We have very confidently mastered and battled the demons within ourselves. And if we haven't, then it's something we're still working on. And we are making sure that our words are coming from a place of love and healing and health and help. And, you know, now the next thing that we have to really do is like work on securing the bag, I guess, or like, right, securing the bag. It's really about securing the bag. I feel like throughout this next nakshatra, or the next portion, which is the rat yoni, and the rat yonis multiply, right? Like rats are kind of a bit off, but it's the rat yonis. I'm going to learn some more about it. I hope you guys liked those energies. That was the nakshatras, the first portion of them. The first, so they break the nakshatras into 3 different degrees. It's like the first is like the first school, is like the death, is like the first death, right? Now we're going to go to the second death when we start tomorrow, or we're going to start the second life, right? And then we'll get to that higher life where we get to the energy of Sagittarius, and that's when like initiation really begins. This is like the in-between where we're going to be going next time. Thank you guys so much. Hi, Emmanuel Lono. Thank you, Creatrix. I appreciate you more than you know. And I got to take a break now, so I will put the timestamps for those of you that want to watch. And don't forget to take care of yourselves. You make fun for yourself. I gotta go now. Bye.